Tell me your alphabets.
A, B, C, D, E, F, fuck you. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, piss off. You know, I'm amazed about every time we set up, it's always something. I would think that at some point you'd be, now again, I'm not demeaning you or,
Not me.
I'm,
Even Charlie does it.
oh, okay, it applies to Charlie.
I think because these shift when they go in the box. They shift.
That's horseshit.
No, they do.
I think that if you did this enough, you just go boom, boom, boom.
No, it shifts. It shifts.
What do you mean it shifts?
The little levers. There's like 6 of them. I mean, you're working with gains, you're working with level, you're looking with main sections of the phone.
Don't you just like dial it?
No, there's a whole bunch. Sometimes the music's so loud, I have to adjust your gain.
Okay, I can understand.
Little stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Good. Happy you're on the same level as me. How's your lunch?
Fabulous.
It smelled delicious.
Tasted even better.
I'm so hungry. But you also served me like 6 espresso shots today. So
there's leaves in that.
Leaves?
Yeah. You can eat what I leaves.
No, I don't want to leave.
I have a little bit of what I left over. It's like at the very bottom.
Uh-huh.
It's like an onion
and
a vegetable.
No. Are you talking about those things that you don't eat because they're really hot?
I wouldn't do that to you. A hot pepper?
Dry
pepper? Shit. I wouldn't wish that on my enemies.
Yeah.
I have many.
Do you?
I do. You know why? Because my give a fuck got up and went a few years ago.
That sounds scary. I noticed that some people create that mindset, and it's a scary mindset.
What do you mean by that? They create the mindset.
It's the mindset of I don't give a fuck. That's a scary mindset to be in.
I think it's more than that. I think it's down here at the core. Like it really is at the core.
Then I would think those people probably just got pushed to the point where they had to start being that way.
That I agree with. It's like being around people for too long. Being around fucking idiots for too long. Being around sheep for too long.
Sheep. Makes sense.
And after a while, it's just like, ugh. It's sickening.
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, I oftentimes do a check. It's like a sound check, except I do a self check. Get it?
Yeah.
And I think, okay, am I losing it? Am I becoming delusional? Am I becoming rabid? Like as dogs get a little bit older, they start losing dementia. And all of a sudden the dog just fucking snaps out of nowhere. It's like a pet that you've had forever. I had one we just put down. But there were times that she would just fucking snap at me. I go to pet her.
Akita?
Yeah.
Snap at you?
Yeah, and the point that I'm making is I'm wondering if that's happening to me because of the way I don't care about certain things, especially humans. But what gives me hope, not fuck hope, but what gives me the idea that I'm not losing it completely is that I do have people that I'm very drawn to that I like. So I think it's just an acid test. Have you ever had the acid test with friends?
No. What's the acid test?
Well, this is when you learn who your real friends are. Like when you're going through shit or, like when I went through my divorce, you really learn because in a divorce, you both have friends together that you've gotten, through your marriage. And it's real interesting that when you go through a divorce, all of a sudden some of your friends, they choose. They either go that way or this way. And just some people that, because it impacted my business. But so I had people just really, they left. They didn't want to be a part of the scene, They didn't want to be near me because of what went on. I'm not going to get into detail.
Yeah.
But the point is this: the people that stood around, say that was an acid test. So those people that were there, that all of a sudden disappeared, they weren't really your friends. Not really, because true friends don't do that.
I've only had like one friend that's really stuck by my side, like, and always been somebody I would call a friend.
How many did you know? 2? Well, you're 50%.
No, I had lots of them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had lots in high school. But like once high school ended,
yeah,
it's the only one I really kept in touch with.
Oh.
Maybe that was like the acid test.
Well, I guess. It's the fact that your true friends will always be there. Then a true friend, in my opinion, my humble opinion, will be there even if they don't agree with the shit that you're doing or something you've done. I think a true friend will just always be there.
Yeah.
They might not agree with you.
And they might express it.
Yeah, and that's fine, but they certainly won't abandon you.
Yeah.
Unless you kill their mother or something like that. Okay, that's different.
Really? You don't think they should stick around?
Well, it depends on if the mother deserved it. I guess. I'm not condoning it.
Yeah, good. Don't do that right here.
Do you know what condone means?
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell me.
Like, approve it.
What?
Like, approve it.
Allow. Yeah. Hey, how was your Christmas?
It was really good.
Are you just saying that as a default answer, or do you really mean that?
No, I really mean that. I think I got more gifts this year than I've ever.
Is that why you're happy because of gifts? That makes you
No,
happy?
but it was nice to be a part of the whole Christmas morning thing instead of, because normally I'm just watching my son open his presents, which is good enough for me, and then we spend time together. But it was nice. I was surprised with getting some things that I actually really needed/wanted, but wouldn't spend my own money on. Like, for example, I got an air fryer, and I diet a lot, and that is going to make my life so much easier. And then I got a Keurig coffee maker. You know how I am with coffee. Like, those two things right there is just like, oh, everything I needed. And then there's this musician, artist, and I love her to death. And she has a book. I love her to death. And she had a book, and it was sold out and nowhere to be found. And I wanted it so badly, but I was like, I'm never going to get it. And I got surprised and got that. So some just meaningful things.
I don't want presents, but secretly I like it when I get them.
What was your favorite gift?
It doesn't matter really the gift.
Even though my gift you didn't even get to eat.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I got a backgammon board this year. Did I ever tell you that I'm a really good backgammon player?
No, I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Oh God, it's like a combination between checkers and chess. It's a combination.
Ugh, sounds
chess,
awful.
No, it's not. It's actually quite fun. Chess is one of those kind of games where you have to think more because you're strategy. And checkers is much quicker. There's some strategy, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
Backgammon is right between that, but it's still a fast game.
Is it the ones with the long triangle looking symbol?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to play that game.
Very easy I taught Tina how to do it. She's the one that bought me the backgammon because I had a backgammon boards, and in our household shit gets sold at yard sales, unbeknownst to me. Whatever. Anyway, so she bought
another
backgammon, another backgammon board. Yeah, but I learned how to play backgammon when I was in LA with my roommates. We used to play bong gammon.
So you can do it drinking?
No, smoking weed.
Oh, smoking.
So the loser had to take a hit, a bong. And I quite like getting high like that at times, so I'd lose on purpose. No, but seriously, we played bong gammon all night long.
Nice.
It was fun. And as I've got older, I continued to play. And I started playing backgammon online with people. You can play online.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. So I secretly really like getting that.
Oh.
But generally, I just don't give me a gift.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's how I act too.
I'm 1,000 years old. I've gotten so much shit.
That's how I act too. But my mom was like,
I really just buy my own gifts.
My mom was like, what do you want? And she's like, I need you to send me stuff. And she really never does that. And I was like,
you mean like as an example of what I might like?
Yeah. So she's like, send me some things that you might want. And she just got everything I sent her. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that. It was really sweet. I'm really sad that you didn't get to try my present though. My pizza, strawberry pizza that I
You
gave
should
you.
have told me after one day it was going to turn into a big ball of water.
It doesn't, which is so odd.
That's not true.
Your refrigerator must be, I don't know, because I was still eating mine Sunday. And you said that you went to eat yours Sunday and it was like pretty much done.
Water.
I was still eating mine Sunday.
Water.
I think that was still there Monday. It's okay. I'll buy you another one. I would say that I'll make you one, but it would not be as good as that. So your first one has to be that good.
Okay, so we know how you did on Christmas. What about New Year?
New Year was good.
Did you stay up past the...
Yes, as much as I did not want to, because I was ready for bed at 8:30.
So what do you...
But I forced myself. And then what kind of sucked is this year, you know, the whole ball thing. I don't have television.
The ball thing?
Yeah, you know how you watch the ball drop? Yeah. And
it drops still.
Yeah, but I don't have TV.
Why did you come into the modern world to get one?
It's because I use Netflix, the Fire Sticks, and all that because I don't need TV. I don't need it. So I had to figure out how to watch the ball drop. And
so you stayed up to watch the ball drop.
Mm-hmm.
Did you drink alcohol?
No, I did not drink alcohol.
Sure, you had to look up to the right side of your brain, like
because I wanted to drink alcohol, but I didn't drink alcohol that night because I didn't have a little opener. I was like, whatever. I don't need it anyways.
I was in bed at
8. I wish I would have.
But I still was up because I get up at 3.
Yeah, you can't stay up.
I got the second half of it.
True. They had fireworks that were going off in Visalia.
3 o'clock, man. It's still going on.
Really? Was it though? I highly doubt it.
I'm just making shit up.
But they did have some fireworks. I was very surprised.
I would imagine there are people still shooting off fireworks and raising hell. They're probably like really rowdy at 3 a.m.
No.
You don't think so?
No, it was done by like 12:30 maybe even. It was like, hey, celebrate. Everybody was more excited to just start a new year. Get the hell out of the old one.
Speaking of which, how's all this political bullshit that's going down impacting you?
You want me to be honest?
No, lie to me.
I only stay involved to the extent of the questions I ask you, because last night I actually dug a little deeper and I started giving myself anxiety and I almost threw up and I almost died. So I come to you to get just the gist. Yeah, the highlights. Yeah. And it's not, you don't really say it too stressful, but when I dig deep, it's super stressful. Mm-hmm. So I only know what you pretty much told me. But last night, yeah, what I read, oh my God, I was getting so pissed. Yeah. So pissed.
Yeah. I am severely overtrained in my brain from watching all this shit that's going on.
I don't know how you can watch it all in your life. Like, how are you not sleeping and dreaming of it?
I'm getting up at 2 a.m. Yeah, I can see why.
Are you dreaming about it?
Well, I would say maybe not dreaming, but it's kind of like me being able to wake up every day with an alarm clock.
Yeah.
I'm not dreaming about getting up, but I can get up before it. If I say I got to get up 30 minutes earlier tomorrow than 3 o'clock, I can get up without the clock.
Because it's on your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the election night, because I want to find out, who the winner is, it was like I get up and I check fucking news, and it just pisses me off. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you something. I never would have thought that politics could get me anxious and all these emotions just bubble up, and I can see how it could drive people crazy. I really can.
Yeah, I never really got like the whole arguing about it and really getting mad at each other and stuff like that. But this time, I feel like this one's really tearing everybody apart. Like it's really separating us.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of like when you talk about politics and religion. It's very people are very passionate about that. Mm-hmm. And you're probably not going to ever convince the other side of what your beliefs are.
Yeah,
never.
But that's true. But Christians and atheists, they aren't even fighting each other as much as right now the Republicans and the Democrats. It's like we're getting like really mean.
In a nutshell, this is the difference between living in China under a communist society and living our free world. Mm-hmm. It's that fucking serious. And some people are burying their head in the sand because it's too much. That thought of that.
Yeah. I think I'm getting pissed more because all the elections that have happened, all the presidents that have happened my whole entire life, I've had friends from all races, and this election is the only one that has separated me and my friends that are Black and ruined our friendships. And I think that that is a problem. Like, you guys aren't bringing us closer, you're actually separating us right now.
Yeah, there's a big division.
It's bad right now.
Huge.
And that's how I know that it's really bad. Like, people can sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's not that bad, or oh, it's a little bad. No, I lost a friend over it. That's
people
bad.
are losing friends over it. It's something I've heard across the board.
And it shouldn't be happening like that.
You know, for different reasons like that. And it's all political, and it's just
Yeah.
that's what kind of.
If we weren't torn apart last election and the election before that, why is it happening now?
Yeah.
And these are the people that we're looking up to. These are the people that we want to, like, everything's about dividing us. That's how I feel, at least. Everything I hear is
that's what's going on.
They're talking about us
That's
as we're already divided.
It's very divisive. It's evil. In most cases, it's evil. It's fucking evil.
Mm-hmm.
What humans are doing to each other. Certain ones,
Yeah.
especially.
I think that's what's making me more nervous than anything, is what the government is making us do. Like, it's like, are we really worried about what they're going to do to us, or what they're going to make us do to each other?
Yeah. What bugs the shit on me is just the censorship that's going on.
Yeah, that's a little nerve-wracking.
That's exactly what they do in
That's
some
scary.
of these countries. Yeah, that is. And it's really, it's evil. It's treasonous. These people that are at the top, these leaders, politicians, I'm not going to say all of them, just most of them. They're useful idiots. And I want to tell you something right now. I just fucking insulted a useful idiot because they're worse than that.
Gotcha. That's some deep passion in your eyes.
They're useful fucking idiots. You know, and this, I don't know when I get too crazy, but you know, this in California, some of these blue states, especially in California, they're locking people back down again with this virus that's going around. You know, there's a lot of talk, you know, but here's the thing. From a standpoint of somebody who's been in the health and fitness industry, I understand the body. I understand that building an immune system is what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And yet these unuseful idiots, our leaders, they're knee-jerking and making these judgments about locking us down. And it's like thinking that 1 and 1 will ever be 3. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same negative result, you're fucking insane.
That's the definition of insanity.
You're fucking insane.
Yeah.
So they lock people down, and then when people get back out and are around each other, people are getting this virus. And make no mistake, this virus is serious, but you survive it. 99.9% of the people survive it. So what the fuck do you expect? After you lock people down and you take them back out again, those people were never exposed. They're going to be exposed, and guess what? You're going to lock them back down again.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking moronic is that?
I don't know. They have
How
their own,
moronic is that? Well,
they have their own agendas.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
But from a physiological standpoint, if you build your immune system and you have to be exposed to this shit that's out there, because there's a lot more things that you have to be exposed to. They call that herd immunity. So your physiology needs to adapt to that. That's what a vaccine does. It shoots some of that so you build antibodies to be able to fight it off. You can't do that when you keep locking yourself down.
Yep.
And then on top of that, which is probably even more, because I can't believe that those people are that fucking stupid up there not to realize that you need to build your immune system. But no, that's not the message that we're talking about. So that's where that agenda you're talking about is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking treasonous what they're doing to humans. You know, in World War II, Hitler starved his fucking people and then gave them little pieces. He got them to that point where they're weak and vulnerable, And then he said, here's some crumbs. Now I'll control you for the rest of your life. That's what Hitler did, World War II. Is that what we want? Because that's what's going on. Certain money's been held. They use it as leverage. It's evil. It's as evil as it gets.
Yeah, it's bad right now. And it's only started.
Okay, let's move on to something a little lighter.
A little bit lighter, more on a positive note?
I don't know. We'll see, because I'm going to spring this on you.
Okay.
Of course, people are coming back, first of the year, and this happens every year. This year's a little bit different because of this nonsense that's going on in our societies. But, okay, there's been people, and you're one of them, because we had to talk today about this. Came back from the Christmas and the New Year, and, some of them went off the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them didn't stay on course. So let me ask you, because I know that you said that you're getting back on it again.
Mm-hmm.
So what that tells me is that you fell off the wagon to a certain extent.
Maintained.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and be honest.
Mm-hmm.
What was your stated goal going into this holiday season? What was your stated goal?
It was to maintain. I gave myself permission because I knew that I was going to start stressing and holding a lot of cortisol and feeling crappy about myself. And then I'd start slipping into like the sadness over the holidays. And so I just allowed myself to maintain and keep training and keep doing cardio, but not be super strict on my diet so that I could enjoy the holiday foods. So I did that.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I really, really have created a nice shape. I compared myself, like I watched myself and took pictures and watched the differences that were happening. And I am just a little bit fluffier, is what I would call it, a little bit fluffier than what I was before. And have a nicer little curve to me right now, but still in that. Remember that one time when we made me lose a lot of weight? Yeah. And then I gained more, and I gained right back to the weight that I was before, but I looked different. Yeah. Remember? I looked better, actually, like that. So I'm not disappointed in myself, but it's just like, okay, holiday's over, and now you go back to really cutting.
Are you not disappointed in yourself?
No, I'm not.
Just saying that to make yourself feel better?
No, I'm not disappointed in myself. I still have the little, I don't know why, but I mainly focus on my stomach. I think that's just an area I've always really hated. So if my stomach can look good still, then that's my thing that I pay attention to. And I still have little abs from the side.
I'm going to challenge you in a different way.
Okay.
Again, something? I come from a spot that's, I would say for most people, is very irrational when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because, and again, the stuff that I did, I was told it was not normal. This is by my first wife. It's not normal to do this. You should be doing this during these holidays and blah, blah, whatever. And when I got into bodybuilding, when I wanted to change my physique, that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I competed
around the holidays.
Just after the holidays.
Uh-huh.
I was dieting during the holidays.
Uh-huh. But see, that's my thing, is I was always doing that too. And it sucked.
No one said it was going to be fun.
Yeah, but I was like, I've worked so hard over the years. I'm going to allow myself this.
That's fine.
That's what I did this year.
That's fine. But I'm just saying that what I would do is I would challenge you. Because here's what I know about you. I know you well enough. If you had your druthers and you're lying like a mofo if you tell me anything different.
Okay. What do you have to say?
If you had your druthers, I'm trying to read my handwriting. God damn. What is this?
What's druthers?
Not strutters.
Druthers. Do you say druthers? Druthers?
Yeah.
Like brothers?
Like druthers.
Druthers. Nobody's getting high pitched over here saying.
I didn't know I wrote that here. No, if you had your druthers.
What's druthers mean?
Druthers. Druthers.
What does it mean?
I'm not gonna say. Look it up. I'm not gonna even tell you. This is ridiculous. You can't be that.
You can't.
Druthers.
How would I know what that means if I've never used it in my vocabulary?
Well, you should have heard it.
I haven't. Hey, I lost my dad a little early. Okay.
There we go.
Druthers are things you have the right or chance to do. When you have your druthers, you can do what you want.
If you
Okay.
had your druthers,
If I had what I wanted,
would you rather be in fantastic shape or in better shape than you are right now? You have this goal that you're trying to reach. If you had your druthers, would you much rather be closer to that than to say, I gave myself permission over the holidays? Because all I see stuff like that is an excuse.
let's be honest about that. I don't really think so, because I had worked so hard to get myself to a really good shape that I could afford to enjoy food and just make sure not to throw myself so over that once the holidays were over, it wasn't like I was picking up from a bad point.
I'm not saying for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I had what I wanted.
For you to get in competition shape.
No, I know that.
I'm saying just.
But I wanted that food.
There we go.
I wanted that food.
There we go.
That's me. I already told you that.
There we go.
I already told you that. That's why I stopped.
So were you being inconsistent during that time?
Inconsistent.
You know what that means?
Yes, I know what that means.
Dear God, I'm glad.
No, I gave myself permission. I stopped.
Okay. And here's my take on that. And I know you'll take this in a very good spirit. I think it's fucking an excuse for you to say, I'm going to go eat. Look, here's what I say from somebody who is a serious growther and have a creed. Figure out a way to stay consistent and stay in shape and not go fluffy. You've worked too hard to get to that spot.
Very true. Very true. But let's talk about this. No.
You have a place that you can. You're not like some other people where they can't go to a gym.
No.
You have a place you can open your fucking door and go in.
I came to the gym still. I never
but
stopped.
But you admitted that you let yourself off the hook.
Diet-wise. Only diet-wise. And the only reason that I could not stick to my diet and eat these foods, because I know that you can say right now, you're going to say, you could have eaten all those foods but stuck in your caloric deficiency. No. Really? Because we both know that I have to eat very low. So there's no way to eat 500 calories a day and enjoy those foods. So what I did is I ate very little. I stayed on my diet, very, very little. And then I would allow myself to eat those pastries because I knew that there was no way I was going over like 1,200. There's no way.
Have you heard of something? I know you have, because I did it before I went to Italy. Banking calories.
Yeah, but see, that's kind of what I was doing, because I hit it hard 3 months before, and then I enjoyed the holidays, and I have the same inches. I'm the same inches, but I just have a fluffier look to me, but the same inches. I very carefully did this. It's accurate. I can show you pictures.
Sometimes pictures do lie.
Measurements don't.
But you're fluffier.
In my stomach, but my hips and my chest are the same. But you already know that my stomach fluctuates a lot. That's it. So I'm not worried about hitting it hard again, because I know my body's going to go real quick to where it was. Because I probably have a lot of like build up, water retention, that kind of thing.
I hear that all the time. I have retaining water.
Not a lot, but I know I have a little. But yeah, I've already started, so. But I allowed myself that because I remember last time I got super stressed and then I blow up like a freaking balloon. You've seen my whole body. I can get like that really bad. That's why I started taking your, what's it called? What?
MMB 750.
B. That's what I missed. I was Googling it and it was
MMB 750.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to take that, because I want to see.
So you can never forget again.
I want to see what that does to my gut. Stay tuned, everyone.
It's remarkable.
You say that, and I really want to see that, because Age Defense was remarkable.
It is remarkable.
I'm still on it, so it is.
And the 750, remarkable.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Seeing what that
what
does.
I didn't know about probiotics, because I never thought probiotics was I thought it was more of a product that just didn't work, and I still believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have confirmation on that now from this guy that has formulated this MMB 750. But I was curious, because when I got onto this, I started learning about this. This is a prebiotic. And I really didn't know the distinction between a prebiotic and a probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. And so what I learned about this prebiotic is that, so what is it? You know, people are asking me, what is it? And specifically, it is an unstriated muscle fiber. It's a muscle fiber. And think of those muscle fibers like hair. My fingers are a little hair.
Yeah.
Okay. And these muscle fibers are in your small intestine. And so when you're taking this product, these hairs, they grow upward and they also grow outward. They also get thicker. Each fiber gets thicker and it grows, so it encompasses and it canvases your small intestine. Why is that important? Because these are the things I ask. And come to find out, when you take a probiotic, they work to a small degree. Because number one, your whole body is bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole body.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if you take a probiotic, it is like taking a vaccine, for example, or a shot for a flu, but you're taking it for a certain strain of flu, not maybe the different variations of flu, because there are different variations of flu, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where a probiotic is not necessarily very efficient. But what a prebiotic does, and its role is to nourish the probiotic. Your body is made up of microorganisms.
Pre is to nourish pro.
That's correct.
Okay.
And your body is made up of all this bacteria. So you don't, in my mind, you don't need a probiotic. I might be wrong about that. But from my understanding,
I've heard we needed probiotics.
well,
that's why yogurt's high in it.
I know, but your body is bacteria. It's got good bacteria, bad bacteria, but it's got good bacteria. You might be one of those people that doesn't produce enough probiotic.
True that.
I will say that because I really don't know. I'm an expert. I'm not an expert, I should say, but I just said a Holiday Inn Express. And so the prebiotic, its whole role basically is that's nourishment. All those hairs, those unstriated fibers, those are all to nourish the probiotics. A probiotic is microorganisms that are in your body. They're in your gut.
Mm-hmm.
So the prebiotic makes that probiotic even more efficient because it's feeding it what it needs.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is it creates a situation where your body is now a whole lot better at absorbing the food that you take in, for example. Instead of that sticking. And what happens? Emmerich told me this. He said, I'm pretty sure what he told me was that we have as much as 20 pounds of stuff in our colon.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's waste. That's all the stuff that bogs you down.
Uh-huh.
You know. And he said Elvis Presley had even more. He had like, if I didn't get this wrong, he said he had like way more. I thought he said like double, which is hard to believe that somebody can have that.
So much.
But can you imagine having all that? That's waste that your body's not getting
eliminating.
Eliminating out of your system. You can see how that could drag you down and make you lethargic, create all these scenarios, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the prebiotic does. Those microorganisms that's on your body, they start feeding off that, and everything becomes more efficient. That's kind of layman terms, but
yeah,
that's what a prebiotic does.
Because I've always had like gut issues or like acid reflux when I have tomatoes, stuff like that. So I really want to see how this works. But mainly, I just want to I want my body to digest my food faster.
That's what it will.
I don't want to have to eat 500 calories a day just to lose weight.
You shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't.
And ever since I've been on it, I think, and you've seen it.
Yeah.
My caloric intake has jumped.
That's what I'm just hoping. I mean, even to like 1,000, I can do 1,000 a day. That would be like giving me a feast.
And it's all going to be relative because you're smaller than I am. It
yeah.
may not be, but since I started taking the 750, because I stacked things and I did the H defense and it was working. And then but since I went on the 750, I have increased my caloric intake throughout the week by 4,000 calories. Now I'm bigger than you are.
Yeah.
And you may not get that, but that's how much more efficient.
And you're still losing.
My body's in better shape.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
I just want like 500 more calories a day.
But, there's some signs that tell you if you're having gut issues.
There are a lot.
Because some people don't know that. Like, for example, if you
Bloating,
bloat, if you have constipation constantly,
gas,
if you have diarrhea, if you have gas,
acid reflux. Mine
don't
was
know
always
about-
like acid reflux.
I don't know about that.
No,
But I
it
know
is definitely.
Those four things I'm talking about is a direct indication that you have gut issues.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't say that I did.
I don't think you did. I never heard you talk about anything.
I never had problems with my stomach. You know,
But
like
I would always tell you about my stomach issues.
Yeah, I've seen you. Like,
And sometimes I would
blow
even,
up.
blow up, like
Like unusual.
pregnancy blow up.
Yeah, it's not normal.
No. And then I remember one time we were, I think I was eating a certain type of something or whatever. And then I got so sick, I was throwing up for days because my stomach was like in that much pain. I would get so bloated and in so much pain that I would force myself to throw up to make it go away. Yeah. But that was also stress related.
Yeah, I have somebody who's been taking the 750 MMB because they're female, and we share. You know, when people are taking the same thing, I like to. I always tell people that buy this stuff. So let me know the kind of what's going on when you take it. If you're feeling anything you gotta be. And the thing about it, some people say, "Well, I don't feel anything," but they're not. Those people generally are not fully aware of their body.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like little nuances. For example, this gal that I'm talking about, she said, well, I'm not getting, because I have expressed that what I've really noticed is I'm getting much better absorption and also elimination.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more efficient that way. Which when you have somebody that's constipated, for example, when they are not constipated, they just feel like they're walking on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how much it drags you down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not constipated, but I did feel that kind of emptying, like it felt light on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Felt good. Wasn't dragged down, lethargic, anything like that. Those are some of the things that you can pay attention to. And she said, "Well, I'm not getting."
Wasn't lethargic?
What?
You said you weren't lethargic?
Was when you got all this
Oh
waste,
yeah.
you become lethargic.
Yeah.
Because weight is a liability.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm not. You know.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that much, but when you eat as much food as I'm eating, you have a tendency.
Yeah, you eat a lot.
Lethargic. Yeah.
Sometimes.
So this has helped that.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, well, I don't really feel that. But as I'm digging down deeper, I do know that she had a problem with like itching when she ate carbohydrates. A lot of them, like during the holidays. Or, yeah, just anytime that she ate, gluten. She was gluten intolerant a little bit for people that are gluten intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
But what she told me was, but what she did notice is that she ate over the holidays, she drank. Drinking is just carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Right? No itching. This product will cure, for most people, if you're glucose or gluten intolerant, it'll cure that.
Yeah, because it's putting those little things in your stomach to help you absorb things differently.
All these enzymes now, the correct enzymes. So that's what I mean by, because I don't know why I didn't feel anything, but that's one of the things that benefited her, because that's what this does.
Mm-hmm.
It gets all that right back to the good bacteria in your body. I didn't realize, to be honest with you, and I guess it maybe makes just common sense. I didn't realize how important it was for your gut to be right. I don't know, because I never had trouble with that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I started thinking about
Super important.
I would think it almost is where it starts.
Oh, it can tear you down completely.
And
because you have to eat to survive.
I know. It was right in front of me.
You have to eat to get results for fitness.
I just never thought of it like that.
Because I know sometimes I do the high-fat diet, and sometimes my body would reject it. I'd get such a sick feeling in my stomach, like acid reflux from the high-fat foods, even though it was good food. And my body responds really good on the high-fat diet. But sometimes I would do it, and then I'd go to the glucose, and then I'd go back, and it was like, oh God, I can't do this. It just totally messes up everything.
Anyway, so I just found it really, really interesting about pre and probiotics.
Yeah.
Because I really never fully understood that, and I should. It's one of those things I pride myself on knowing all
those things.
The three components. Nutrition is one of the components, and
to the nth degree.
To the nth degree.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to show you. I mean, I've been doing this for 38 years now, and there's always more to learn.
Always.
You just have to be willing to have that energy and that discipline to want to learn, because it's easy to stop, to slow down. You know, the same thing happens with people when they're doing exercise. They start slowing down. It's a little bit different. It's hard to really keep that. And there's a fine line there. It can be too much over the top. I know. That's extreme behavior, which I have a tendency of having.
Yes.
It's very difficult. It's not easy. You know, it's like these people like that are thin and
trying to gain weight.
Yeah. And they're bitching about that. I'm thinking, well, come on.
I know. I'm like, really?
But they have the same problem as I do.
Yeah.
My issue is that I have to really watch it. Listen, if I just let myself go, I have photos I can show you where I was 300 pounds, 310, when I was bodybuilding. I can go there.
Same here. I can go there.
I can go there. So I have that problem. So when I hear somebody who's they have to eat all the time to put on some weight, oh, poor baby.
Yeah.
But it's just, they have the problem just on the opposite.
The opposite way. Yeah.
What's this fucking shit?
I always give you a warning of where we're at.
How's that warning go again? Oh. You have anything else you want to say or lie to me about?
No. I think you've lied enough today.
I lie most of the time.
Yes, you've told me that.
When do I tell the truth?
Exactly. Yeah.
So whenever I say something coming up, I should have been a lawyer, because they lie all the fucking time.
The good thing is your lies, they stay consistent throughout the years, though.
Well, I've gotten good at it. You know how you can tell? This is an old joke, but since you're so young, you won't know.
Probably not.
You know how you can tell when an attorney's lying?
How?
When they move their lips. Get it?
Oh, I get it.
I should have been an attorney.
Hey, you want to hear my joke?
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
The interrupting cow.
The interrupting.
Moo!
Oh.
That's me and Leo's favorite joke. I just had to throw one out there since you did.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
None
who?
None your business.
Oh my gosh, that one's super easy. Everybody knows that one.
You didn't get it.
No, I knew I just didn't think you're gonna say
I
that.
You knew that I was gonna go there, but
I did.
Know.
I could have answered it.
Classic Cara answer. Oh yeah, I knew.
Oh,
that.
Here, I know one. Hey, ready? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cindy Lou.
Cindy Lou who? Cindy Lou who? Cindy Lou who?
Yeah, get it?
No.
Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch.
I never watched that. See, we both have the same problem. I'm too old and you're too young.
No, I think I made that joke up. So maybe. Yeah, Cindy Lou Who is a character on The Grinch. Come on. You don't know how The Grinch Stole Christmas? You don't know that story?
I know the concept of it, but I've never seen it.
So yeah, okay. Even knowing the concept, the little girl is Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch.
I don't know what the little girl is. I just know what The Grinch is.
We need to read the book
to you.
The
Grinch is me, basically.
No.
Because I'm
and
the Grinch.
Cindy Lou Who switches his whole opinion on Christmas and makes his heart grow 3 times larger.
That's not good to have a large heart.
Well, it's because it was 3 times too small. So he had to grow it 3 times larger to be normal size of everybody else. Get it?
Now I do.
Oh, you don't know the story.
I don't. Anyway, well, it was nice chatting.
Yeah, always.
Is this the first chapter?
It's not like we haven't chatted all day already, but.
Yeah, but not about this.
That's true.
Is this the first time that we've had this little
powwow
since Christmas? No. Did we do something after Christmas?
You know, I think it's the first one I've been involved in.
That's why it's better.
It's always better with me.
That's a compliment.
I know, it's always better with me. I bring so much to the table.
You actually do.
I know.
And people don't even see your face.
I know.
They just hear your voice.
I think eventually we should do the face thing.
No, let's not. Don't get crazy. Anyway, but I think this is the first one since the new year.
Definitely.
So this is the first one since the new year.
New year, yes. Mm-hmm.
You have the honor of doing this with me. The first one.
Woohoo! 2021. I already noticed that.
No fucking clue how fortunate you are.
I knew you were going to go there.
You have no fucking clue.
I knew you were.
You have no fucking clue.
You know what? I think you don't have a clue of how fortunate you are.
I live in my own little dream world. Anyway.
All
okay,
right.
that's it for today, huh?
Yeah. Well, we out.
We out.